Right, so what we're talking about here is what does it look like for a 50 millimeter on a 3x2 sensor with different anamorphic squeeze. Now what we have is the regular spherical photo lens, Nifty 50. I have both the Canon 1.8 and a Nikon 1.4. And I put both those on. Those will give you straight out the box just the 3x2 standard open gate image. Now I'm also using a Sirui 133 50 millimeter anamorphic. Now this is going to be expanded on the sides by 133 times, and so that will give you a little bit more of the horizontal stretch. But then currently what I'm filming on is that 1.33 anamorphic 50 millimeter with a 125 anamorphic adapter on top of it. So this gives you a relative 1.66 squeeze, which is sort of your standard 1.6 anamorphic D-squeeze for a open gate 3x2. So what that will give you is that 2:4 to 1 sort of aspect ratio straight out of the camera. So with the D-squeeze, I mean, it works with the 3x2 sensor to give you the full field, and you get a lot more of the horizontal view than a typical spherical view. And if I were to say, I think I prefer this now over the 133. Now the 133 on a 16:9 sensor, gives you the same sort of stretch or aspect ratio, but you have a lot more horizontal space with a 1.6 squeeze. So since I'm using the 3x2, I'm using the entire sensor, I'm using all of it, and then de-squeezing it into the entire image, which keeps the resolution. And I don't have to zoom in or crop any of the image in order to get that 2:4 to 1 aspect ratio. So I think this is a nice little look. It does have a lot more characteristic than my Sirui 50 or 40 millimeter autofocus lens. If I had more lights in the back, you'd be able to see the bokeh and the change of it. The fall off on the hat is a little bit different on the edges. In the center, should be fairly sharp in the center. Pretty good. Well, I just wanted to come on here and sort of show what it looks like for the 50 millimeter spherical look on a 3x2 sensor compared to a 1.33 times anamorphic squeeze on a 3x2 sensor, and then a 1.66 times squeeze on a 3x2 sensor. Yeah, I'll give you a very different look and a very different horizontal field of view. And the aspect ratios are what they are. So if I were to take the spherical 50 millimeter and then try and put that in a 2:4 to 1 aspect ratio, I'd have to crop a lot off the top and the bottom, and you wouldn't get so much of the image. With the 133, you crop a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom and stretch it out all the way. But then with a 1.66 with the 3x2 sensor, it's automatically being transmitted in that 2:4 to 1 aspect ratio, which is what I do my YouTube delivery in. So a lot of you have commented on how you enjoy the aspect ratio of my videos, and that's how I get it. I use 2:4 to 1, and with this, I get the entire image sensor, all the resolution, and not have to crop anything. Right? Well, I hope everybody's having a great start of the year, and I'll see you in the next one.